What would you do if your neighbour set your treehouse on fire while you were still inside? What if your friend hacked your Minecraft server and turned it into a cult? And what if your girlfriend cheated with your twin? Hi, I'm Gabby, a relationship coach who thought I'd heard it all until you started sending me your stories. And honestly, you outdo yourselves every time. Let's get into your crazy stories while playing Minecraft. My friend group turned my anxiety into a challenge. I didn't want to be dramatic. I wanted to be normal. That was my whole mission this year. Show up, keep my head down, and stop giving my brain reasons to spiral. I've had anxiety since year 9. Not constant, just spikes that jump out like jump scares. I told my group one quiet afternoon because they were my people, and I thought honesty would make things easier. For a while, it did. We walked to school together, swapped snacks, and sent late-night voice notes when revision got heavy. It felt safe and simple, like I'd finally found a pace I could manage. The shift was tiny at first. A joke here, a nudge there. At lunch, someone said, "What would happen if we hid your bag? Would you actually panic?" Everyone laughed, then added, "Relax, we're only messing with you." Except the messing started to look like experiments. They timed how long it took me to notice a change, how fast my breathing got when surprises stacked up. It turned into language. Level 1, make him jump. Level 2, take his planner. Level 3, fake teacher text. They called it exposure therapy, like they were doing me a favour. It didn't feel like a favour. I really don't like this. First came the bus. They swapped my usual seat while I paid the driver, then filmed me scanning for a friendly face. Cheeks hot, body buzzing. I forced a laugh. They got a 20-second clip. Next came the science block. Someone hid my pencil case seconds before a practical and whispered, "Breathe, you've got this," like a coach at ringside. My hands tingled and my chest fizzled. Another clip. The worst day landed in assembly. The hall was packed, lights low, the head of year talking about exam pressure and resilience. Someone behind me snapped a rubber band against my neck. I flinched so hard, the bench creaked. 2 more accidental knocks, and a whisper. In for 2, out for 4. It might have helped if it hadn't become part of the game. The buzzing rose until the ceiling felt too close. I stood up fast, bumping knees, heart pounding like a drum line. In the corridor, I tried to ground. 5 things I could see, 4 I could touch, but the floor felt far away. That's when I saw it. A phone pointed at me, lens up, screen glowing. I froze between fight and flight. "And please vanish." The phone dipped, then disappeared into a pocket. A voice said, "You are all right." Like that cancelled the damage. The clip appeared an hour later on a private story. Me outside the hall, pacing, head down, hands on my temples. Caption, "He's speedrunning anxiety, any percent." I didn't cry. I just went quiet in a way that even scared me. I screenshotted it, locked my phone, and hid in the loo until my pulse stopped shouting. After school, I asked for a meetup. No jokes, no extras. We sat on a low wall by the park. I said, as clearly as I could, "This isn't funny. You turned my anxiety into a challenge." A couple looked guilty. One said, "We were helping." Another rolled their eyes. "You are overthinking." The one he filmed muttered, "I'll delete it. All right." The apology felt like a receipt law. Would you forgive and keep the friendships with rules, or step away completely when people treat your anxiety like content? I think we'll all agree that that was a really hard read. You were really honest about something vulnerable, and your circle turned it into a game. That's not tough love, it's misusing trust, and it's not okay. Here's how to take your power back, calmly and clearly. Draw the line in plain English. Send one message you'd be proud to screenshot. My anxiety isn't a challenge. No pranks about it. No filming without consent. If I say pause, we pause. Short, confident, non-negotiable. Replace the banter with boundaries. Someone tries a level again. Don't debate it, name it. That's a trigger, not a joke. Then remove yourself. Leaving is a sentence, not a discussion. Decide who stays in your front row. Friends who apologise and change their behaviour and earn space back if you want. Friends who minimise, deflect, or record you twice, they move to the back row of your life. Anxiety isn't a weakness. If they care, they'll meet your boundaries. They care more about content than you. You've just been handled the clearest answer you will ever get. All right, let's get into some quick Minecraft talk. Things are really starting to come together now. I've been working on getting my farms up and running, and I finally managed to capture a few cows. I'm setting up an area for them to live in comfortably, and before long, I'll start breeding them to build up a steady supply of leather for all those future librarian trades. I'm also laying the groundwork for a paper farm using sugarcane, since that's another must-have resource for books and lecterns. Alongside that, I plan on planting pumpkins, melons, and a few other crops, so we'll have plenty of items to trade with our farmer villagers later on. The idea is to create a self-sustaining resource loop, everything feeding into the villager trading engine, so the entire economy runs smoothly. This episode is going to be a little different. It's one of those calm, zen-like Minecraft sessions, where we'll take a step back and focus on slow, steady expansion, building farms, breeding villagers, placing job blocks, and just watching the village slowly come to life. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the peaceful grind for a bit, while I keep building and gathering. Let's settle in and jump into our next set of stories. Imagine logging into your Minecraft world and realising your best mates turned it into a full-blown cult. Followers, temples, the lot. Or buckle up, because this is one of the most bizarre friendship lessons I've ever heard. Check you're subscribed before we begin. Story 2. My mate hacked my server and started a cult. It started when I logged into my survival world and realised everything looked wrong. My house was covered in banners, the villagers were named the Chosen Ones, and there was a massive stone statue of my friend's Minecraft skin holding a diamond sword over the town square. I typed into chat, "Mate, what is this?" A message instantly appeared. "Welcome to the Order." I thought he was joking. He wasn't. A week earlier, I'd hosted a small private server for a few friends, just casual builds, boss fights, and late night laughs. I gave everyone mod access to make things easier. Massive mistake. One friend found out how to grant himself admin permissions through console commands, and instead of trolling for 10 minutes like a normal person, he decided to rebrand the whole world. At first, it was funny. He built a church out of quartz and renamed the base Sanctuary of the Sword. We laughed, thinking it was one of his over-the-top bits. Then he started sending in-game announcements. The Order welcomes new believers. All players must tribute in emeralds. Defy the Order and be smitten. Half our friends joined in for the laughs. They built temples, even wore matching enchanted helmets as crowns. I thought it would blow over, but it didn't. It spread. New players joined through word of mouth. Friends of friends, randoms from Discord. Soon, the whole world was full of followers, building shrines and guarding resources for the cause. He wasn't just playing anymore, he was leading. Anyone who didn't obey the Order's rules got banished, meaning he literally teleported them miles away and destroyed their beds so they'd respawn in the wilderness. The cult became so powerful, people started messaging me, actual owner, asking for permission to rejoin. Even I couldn't. He locked me out. When I tried to log in as admin, I got an error, mission denied by server operator. He'd changed the password on my world. I messaged him directly. Bro, what's going on? This isn't funny anymore. He replied, power must be tested. For 3 days, he ran that server like a kingdom. Group screenshots captioned for the order. He even built a dungeon called the Chamber of the Unfaithful. My stuff was in it. The turning point came when one of our friends, tired of his nonsense, decided to rebel. He gathered a small group to form the resistance. They stockpiled TNT and launched a surprise attack during one of the Order's ceremonies. I joined under a new username. Hidden, watching from a tree, I saw chaos unfold. Explosions, lava, mobs everywhere. It was glorious. When the dust cleared, half the builds were gone. The cult disbanded. My friend finally messaged me, half proud, half defensive. Okay, maybe that went too far. He handed back control of the server. We laughed about it eventually, but something had shifted. I realised he hadn't done it out of pure fun. He liked the control, the attention, the idea that people would follow his every command. What began as banter has turned into a mini dictatorship made of pixels and power trips. Now, whenever I run a server, only I have admin access. No one, no matter how funny or charming, gets to rewrite the world I built again. Would you have forgiven your friend for that? Or banned them forever for crossing the line? You'd be surprised how many real-world lessons hide inside online chaos. It's a crazy world out there. This one isn't just about Minecraft. It's about control, consent, and what happens when someone mistakes power for fun. Here's how to handle it like a pro gamer and a grounded human being. Reset control. Like you already said, never share admin access unless you completely trust someone and you've backed up your world. Separate character from conduct. Your friend probably thought he was being clever, but when a joke starts making people feel excluded or uncomfortable, it stops being performance and starts being behaviour. You can call that out without turning it into war. Hold the mirror up. When you talk to him, skip sarcasm. Say what actually hit you. It stopped feeling like fun, and you took control away from everyone. Being calm and honest lands deeper than anger ever will. Rebuild your boundaries. If you let him back in, make it clear. Admin rights stay locked. Creative freedom is earned. If he pushes back, that tells you everything you need to know about his respect levels and how he respects other humans. Learn the meta lesson. Every friendship has its server moment, a point where one person tests how far they can really push you. Your job isn't to punish, it's to notice who changes when given power. That's the real scoreboard. Forgiving doesn't mean reinstalling the old world. Sometimes it means starting a new map with better rules, stronger walls, and people who build with you, not over you. If you thought losing control over a server was bad, imagine losing control of your entire relationship. Quick pause. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss stories like this, because this next one is heartbreak, betrayal, and a twist only real life could write. If you thought losing control over a server was bad, imagine losing control of your entire relationship. Quick pause. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss stories like this, because this next one is heartbreak, betrayal, and a twist only real life could write. Story 3. My girlfriend cheated with my twin. All I wanted was a chill Saturday. No drama, no arguments, just one normal day that went how I planned. I'd been working loads lately, saving up to surprise my girlfriend with something decent, not just the usual takeaways and park bench kind of date. We'd had a few awkward chats recently about me being distant, so I thought this night would fix that. The plan was simple: football with my mates in the afternoon, then over to hers for a movie night. Just normal, calm and easy. At midday, my twin messaged me, "Wear your blue hoodie. He loves that one." Weirdly specific, but I didn't think much of it. Later, my girlfriend texted, "Can you come at 7 instead?" Fine. I got home after football and went to grab my blue hoodie. Gone. Vanished. Not in the wash. Not in my room. Classic twin move. I shrugged it off, threw a black one on, grabbed some snacks and headed out. The first weird moment came when I tried to call my twin, straight to voicemail. Mum shouted from downstairs that he'd gone out somewhere. No big deal, right? Until I got to my girlfriend's house. I knocked, no answer. Texted, "Here." Heard footsteps and a laugh. His laugh. You know when you recognise instantly someone's voice because it's basically yours? That. The doors finally opened. She looked flustered, like she just ran a marathon, indoors. Her jumper was halfway off her shoulder. Behind her, I saw a flash of blue fabric slumped on the sofa. "You were early," she said. I wasn't. I looked past her and said, "Who's here?" She stuttered. "Just my cousin?" Right, because cousins totally wear my hoodie. Then I heard, clear as anything, "Bro," from the kitchen. My twin stepped out, pretended to be casual, holding a glass of water like it made him innocent. I don't even remember walking into the room. I just remember the look on both of their faces when I said, "Seriously? It's not what it looks like," she said. "We were just talking," he added. "Sure, because talking makes you both sweaty and guilty looking, right?" I started laughing, the kind of laugh that's more pain than sound. They both started talking at once. He said, "You've been distant. I thought you didn't care." He said, "It just happened." Classic. There were 2 glasses on the table, a blanket on the sofa and her necklace, the one I gave her, sitting next to them like a trophy. I put the snacks down and said, "How long?" He said, "About a week." She said, "It wasn't planned." I said, "Yeah, because nothing says accident like 2 people meeting in secret wearing my clothes." I didn't yell, I just left. The walk home felt like it took 3 hours. Every step I was half angry, half dizzy. My phone blew up. "Please talk to me. I'm sorry. You don't understand." Yes, I did. Later that night, I heard something slide under my door. A note just said, "I'm so sorry." The handwriting made me angrier than the words. It looked like he'd taken his time. The next morning, we had what Mum calls family chat. Translation, troll by T. He confessed everything, said he'd always felt like I got more attention and that he didn't mean to hurt me. It's weird hearing your twin explain how he accidentally betrayed you, like hearing yourself admit to something you'd never do. I told him, "You broke it." He nodded. I added, "And give me back my hoodie." He peeled it off and it smelled like her perfume. That nearly finished me off. Part of me misses how things were. Part of me never wants to see either of them again. What would you do? Forgive him, eventually, or just move on for good? Be honest, I need outside brains on this one, Gabby. Oh man, that is really brutal. Breakup is bad enough, but when the one person who betrays you shares your DNA, that's next level emotional damage. First, you handled it better than most would. You didn't explode, you didn't post screenshots, you walked away. That shows real strength, even if it doesn't feel like it yet. Let's break it down. You're not just dealing with a relationship ending, you are also grieving the loss of trust in your twin. That's double impact, so don't minimize it. It's okay if it hits you in waves. Anger one day, sadness the next. Your brain is trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense. Grief is hard. Blocking them doesn't mean you are both being dramatic. It means you're both protecting your healing space. You can't start to feel okay while reminders are pinging on your phone or walking past your doorway. Physical and digital space is emotional oxygen. Don't search for logic in their choices. Cheating rarely comes from logic. It comes from insecurity and impulse. Your twin probably wanted validation, and your girlfriend wanted attention. You were the easiest target for both. That's not a reflection of your worth, it's a reflection of their weakness. Everyone thinks that you need closure, but what they actually mean is, I want them to feel bad so I can stop hurting sometimes. And that's not closure, that's a trap. Wait until you can hear their names without shaking before you decide if you want to talk. Right now, your energy belongs to you. This betrayal is painful, but it's also a hard reset. Do things solo. Join something he's not a part of. Change up your look. Chase goals that are 100% yours. Prove to yourself that you are not defined by being one half. Right now, the rage feels powerful. Later, it'll drain you. The real win isn't forgiving them, it's getting to the point when they no longer control your emotions. You'll wake up one morning, see your reflection, and realise they don't deserve another second of your peace. A short script if he tries to fix things. Not now, you did something I can't unsee. If you care about me, give me space until I can look at you without remembering what you did. You don't owe anyone instant forgiveness, even family. Here's the truth. Time doesn't erase betrayal, but it reshapes it. One day, this won't be the story that defines you. It'll just be the story you once lived through. You were loyal, honest, and kind. They weren't. That says everything. All right, deep breath after that one. Quick checkpoint. Are you actually subscribed? YouTube sometimes boots people off without telling them. So double check. It's free, and it helps me keep sharing these wild stories with you. And trust me, the next one's not just messy, it's dangerous. Okay, let's get back into some Minecraft talk for a moment. I have finished building the enclosure for the cows, so they are all safely penned in and ready for breeding. That's a big step towards getting the leather we'll need for the books and trading later on. Next, I'm going to do a bit of terrain management, flattening out some areas, clearing space, and expanding our crop farms. The goal is to grow plenty of resources for villager trades, things like wheat, carrots, pumpkins, and sugarcane. Like I mentioned before, this series is meant to be a slow burn. We're not rushing to the end or speedrunning the nether. We're taking the time to build this world piece by piece, layer by layer. Each episode adds a little more depth, a little more structure, and gradually transforms this simple village into a thriving trading hub. My long-term plan is to create a full villager economy right here. Librarians, toolsmiths, armors, farmers, each with their own dedicated space and role. The idea is to unlock overpowered gear and enchanted items before ever setting foot in the nether. It's a different kind of progression, more relaxed, more strategic. And of course, I'm sticking to my personal rule for the series. No entering the nether until I've successfully traded for a mending book from a librarian villager. It's a weird goal, sure, but it gives us something fun to work towards. And honestly, it makes every trade feel that much more rewarding. Story 4. My neighbour set my treehouse on fire while I was inside. It started as one of those calm weekends that somehow felt like they're going to be perfect. The weather was good, my playlist was vibing, and I finally had the materials to finish the treehouse I'd been building for months. It wasn't fancy, more like a glorified shed in a tree, but to me, it was peace. A tiny world that didn't involve homework, parents, or arguments. I was hammering panels, eating crisps, and feeling like a DIY genius. The problem was my neighbour. The guy had been acting like my treehouse was a personal attack since the first plank went. He complained about the noise, the view, the structure, like I'd built a shard behind his fence. I tried to ignore him, but that Saturday, I learned some people can't stand to see you build something that makes you happy. Around midday, he shouted over the fence, "You're not allowed to build that thing." I shouted back, "It's literally a treehouse, not a casino." He slammed his window and I laughed. But something about the way he looked at me stayed in my head. It was like he'd already decided to win the argument, no matter how. That night, I was up in the treehouse with snacks, a speaker, and fairy lights. It looked sick. I was thinking about maybe sleeping out there for the first time. Then came the smell. Sharp, chemical, wrong. I leaned out the window and saw smoke rising from below. For a second, my brain couldn't process it. Then I saw orange, fire, real fire. My heart went into overdrive. I kicked the ladder door open, practically slid down it, and landed so fast I twisted my ankle. The base of the tree was burning. I grabbed the garden hose and sprayed it like a maniac. The water pressure was tragic, but it did slow it down. I shouted for my mum. She ran out, screamed my name, and she screamed something that made me freeze. He's filming it. I turned. There he was, the neighbour, at his window, holding up his phone like this was a live stream. I could actually hear him saying, "Told you that thing would go up in flames." The rage that hit me was nuclear. The firefighters arrived minutes later and finished what my hose couldn't. They said I was lucky the whole tree didn't catch properly. They pulled out the remains of my speaker and something else, a melted lighter. They gave each other that silent look adults give when they know something is off. The next day, our other neighbour showed mum footage from their door cam. You could see the guy sneaking through our gate with a hoodie and a lighter at midnight. He wasn't even subtle. He tried to say later that he was checking it for safety. Right, because nothing says safety like fire. The police charged him with reckless endangerment. He still lives there, by the way. I see him sometimes, pretending not to look guilty, but he's definitely aware that everyone knows. The smell of smoke stayed in the air for weeks. Every time I opened the back door, it hit me. I couldn't even walk to the end of the garden without feeling sick. I keep thinking how close it was. A few more minutes inside, and who knows? The treehouse was just wood and lights, but it was mine. Watching it burn was like watching a piece of my calm vanish. Still, I've started sketching ideas for a new build, stronger, smarter, fireproof. I'm calling it version 2, because yeah, he might have burned down my project, but he's not getting the satisfaction of winning. So I guess that's the story. My neighbour set my treehouse on fire. I don't even know how you recover from that level of insanity. Would you rebuild, move, or just let karma handle the next part? That story honestly gave me chills, and a weird mix of fury and admiration for you. Fury at the neighbour, obviously. Admiration, because you handled something genuinely terrifying. Here's the truth. It's not just about a burnt treehouse. What got torched that night wasn't wood. It was your sense of safety. That feeling of, I'm okay in my own space. When someone breaks that, it messes with your brain more than people realise. So if you are still jumpy at certain smells or sounds, that's not overreacting. That's trauma doing what trauma does. Be kind to yourself about that. You did everything right. You called for help, stayed calm, and let the police handle it. That already puts you miles ahead of people who let anger drag them into trouble. It's easy to fantasize about revenge, but the smartest revenge is living unbothered. People like your neighbour thrive on control. The second you stop reacting, you win. You can tell how someone's life is by how big their grudges are. This man literally committed a crime because he couldn't stand to see a teenager enjoying a Saturday. You can't fix that level of insecurity. What you can do is rebuild your space so it feels like yours again. Not as an act of defiance, as an act of healing. Reclaiming the ground where something awful happened tells your brain we're safe again. Even if it's just putting a bench out there or hanging a few new lights, do it. It's okay to still be angry. You are not required to be zen about something almost setting you on fire. But try to channel that anger into something that benefits you. Learn new skills, build something stronger, even make content out of it. You survived something terrifying. There's power in that. One day, when you are sitting in the rebuilt version, maybe with music playing, the smell of a new wood, and zero fear, you'll realise you didn't lose a treehouse. You gained proof that you are the kind of person who doesn't fold when things get dark. Let the police handle him, let karma take its time, and in the meantime, use that space, that story, that fire, as proof you are tougher than whatever tried to break you. Because the ultimate comeback isn't revenge, it's peace. You've built something once, you'll build it again, only this time, no one can take it from you. Well, it's the next day. The villager trading hub is coming along nicely. We've begun the process of expanding the village farms to support the trading system, and in the next couple of episodes, we'll kick this trading system into high gear. We'll leave the episode here, as I like to keep the videos around 30 minutes. If you'd like to see longer videos, let me know, and I can see what I can do. Most importantly, if you've enjoyed today's video, I'd be so grateful if you click that subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow, and I can't thank you enough for your support. Once again, I'm Gabby, and it's been an absolute pleasure spending this time with you today. I'll see you in the next video.